Y'all know what it is, Tuck Legacy, man. Check this out, man. I want to shout out Stephon Marbury, man. Back in '06, Stephon Marbury brought out that Starbury collection. And when he brought that Starbury collection, the price points were very reasonable for parents who probably couldn't afford to buy Jordans, Nikes, or whatever. His shoes were no more than $9.95. Now, a year later, I want to say in 2007, you know, he jumped the price of his signature shoe up $5. So the shoes were like $14.99 or $95, which were still reasonable. And I love that, man. I'm not going to lie to you. The first year he brought them out, bro, I went to Stephen Barry's. They were exclusively sold at Stephen Barry's. I went to Stephen Barry's and bought $80 worth of stuff, man. Shoes, shirts, shorts, all that. And I forget what year Stephen Barry's went bankrupt. But let's backtrack. When Stephon Marbury signed and put his clothing line at Stephen Barry's, a couple years later, you had Venus Williams had a clothing line there. You had Ben Wallace. A bunch of other stars. What's the girl's name? Amanda Bynes. You had a bunch of people had clothing lines there, and at Stephen Barry's, everything was like no more than $7 and something cents. Now, after that, Stephen Barry's went bankrupt. So you had to get your Starburys online. And Starbury went overseas and became Michael Jordan in China. He won a championship or two. They built a statue of him in China. And I just want to say, man, shout out to Stephon Marbury. He's doing a great thing. He owns his company, and he's making it affordable for people. And people make jokes about it. Oh, them shoes. I remember I wore the shoes back then. I was a shoe head, and I had all kind of Jordans and whatever. And I was working at a school. I was a teacher's assistant, and I wore those shoes. And the kids laughed at me and was like, "Man, you're broke." But I'm like, man, y'all didn't see all the other Jordans and all the other shoes I wear every other day. I'm just a shoe head at that point. So I was collecting all these shoes. But that just shows the condition of people. Hey, man, if you wear this, you're broke. But that's another video. But anyway, I just want to shout out Stephon Marbury, man. He even tried to put LeVar Ball on. When he saw that LeVar Ball was trying to build this baller brand by himself, he was like, man, this is a great thing. Holla at me, man. I have connects in China and I could get you set up. But I guess LeVar Ball never jumped on that. I don't know. But anyway, man, I just read an article that Stephon Marbury is bringing his shoe company back to the U.S. because before what I'm about to tell you, the only way you could get it after Stephen Barry's closed is you have to order them online. And you know, people like to try on their shoes and everything. But his shoes are going to be sold at City Trends or City Gear. I think it's City Gear. But you can look up the article. But anyway, I just think that's a great thing. Now the shoes have gone up a little bit. The most expensive shoe is going to be $60, but still, that's way more affordable than Nikes, whatever. If you want a pair of Adidas Boost, you're going to spend close to $150. If you want a signature Nike shoe, man, you're going to spend $200 or $175, man. And if you want a lower end signature Nike shoe, you still got to spend more than $100. So I want to shout out to Stephon Marbury just being a black man who owns his own apparel company, shoe and apparel company. So I'm sure he sets his own prices. He calls his own shots. And not only that, he's being conscious and considerable of the people and the parents who can't afford the high-end Nikes or the Adidas Boost or the Under Armours or whatever brands, man. So salute to Stephon Marbury. It's a great thing you're doing. I'ma always support you, and I'ma grab me some. But y'all know what it is, man. Tuck Rob, Tuck Legacy, H-Town all day. Y'all take care.